Welcome to episode 3 of the Red Pride Thundercast, season number 2. And in today's episode, I will go over the state finals for the IHSAA football. I can't believe that football has already entered their state finals. Then I will go over the Thunder Blitz coverage. I will also state with the projected reclassifications for football this year. And then we will go into a quote about Plainfield Winter Sports from the one, the only, Jonathan Stevenson. For the football state finals, folks, it was a good one. Friday and Saturday games. Friday it was Adams Central and Adams Central and Linton Stockton in 2A. Then in 4A it was New Palestine and East Noble. And in 6A it was a Hoosier Crossroads rivalry matchup between the Brownsburg Bulldogs and the Westfield Shamrocks. Then on Saturday, in 1A, it was Providence. It was Providence Pioneers versus the North Judson Blue Jays. 3A, Heritage Hills Fort Wayne Bishop Lures. And then in 5A, the Decatur Central Hawks and the Warsaw Tigers. Let's go over the scores. In Game 1, it was the 2A matchup state finals. Adams Central came back to the state finals for the 4th year in a row. And how about Lynn Stockton beating Lutheran? And that right there, folks, is a huge upset. And that was last week, 2 weeks ago. Adams Central easily, this time they were able to do it. They did not even lose. Adams Central finally, once again, state champions. They blow out Linton 46-6. Then in 4A, New Pal and East Noble. East Noble, their last time in the state finals, year 2000 in the class of 4A, versus us, the Plainfield Quakers. But East Noble did win that. And this past Friday night, well, it was still, of course, New Pal. They won 56-26. And then the biggest game, maybe the best game of all the state finals, the Brownsburg Bulldogs and the Westfield Shamrocks. Two rivals from the Hoosier Crossroads Conference facing off. They have a long history together. And yeah, Westfield struck first. Carson Melvin looked like an absolute demon on the field. And then that's when the second half hit. The Brownsburg Bulldogs, with help from Oscar Fry and Iosua Stevens, they were able to do well. And Sumter Bay as well on the offense for the Bulldogs. The Brownsburg Bulldogs are your 2024 Class of 6A state champions. They won 22-17. And then in 1A, North Judson. Everybody was like, North Judson will be winning 1A. What happened? The exact opposite. Providence was able to win 35-30, an easy victory. In 3A, Heritage Hills, not surprising here, they won 38-15. And then in 5A, two teams looking for their first ever football state championship. And here's something interesting about Warsaw. Warsaw, until up to this point, has never made state in football. And Warsaw, they're going to have to wait, I think, another year to get that state championship. Decatur Central wins it 38-24. The basketball season for the boys has already started. Center Grove is actually surprising me right now. Why? They are not undefeated right now. They are 0-2. They dropped their first 2 games. They lost to Greenwood 73-70, and and lost to Franklin Central. I forgot what that score was. The Plainfield Quakers played a really tough Avon team and beat Avon. And then traveling down to Rose-Hulman for the Godler game shootout, the Plainfield Quakers, they struggled, but it's still one game. The Quakers lose to Park Heritage, and Park Heritage will for sure, most likely, make state in 2A in basketball. Also, let's talk about Terre Haute South for a second. Terre Haute South basketball, they won in double overtime against North Central Farmersburg, a 1A school. North Central Farmersburg was up 20 at one point against Terre Haute South. So North Central Farmersburg already looks good against Terre Haute South. I don't know. And then with the projected reclassifications last year, the IHSA announced the 1-year tournament success factor. And because of that, due to this rule, once again the classes are changing. Well, not big time changes for some. 4A, they will have a brand new team that will probably look good to win state. And that's not New Pal. Cathedral, 6A, nope, not anymore. They are moving down to 5A. Decatur Central, because they won semi-state, they are moving up to 6A. And of course, New Pal, because they won 4A, they're now back in 5A. Cathedral, as of right now, is the top team to beat in 5A next year. And that's not going to be a shock either. And they will probably be put back into the Plainfield Quakers sectional. And now, here in a minute, I will play you like a recording from Jonathan Stevenson talking about the Plainfield High School winter sports.
I think that the winter athletics programs at Plainfield are in a good state. The girls' basketball team is especially in a good state, but I feel like across all sports we're going to win more often than we lose. The swim team usually does pretty good in conference, I know that, and I'm sure they're going to do pretty good again. The boys' basketball team also usually does pretty well in conference. The girls' basketball team is a legitimate state championship competitor this year, and they should be regarded as such. I don't know much about other sports besides basketball, but overall I think that their winter sports are pretty in a good spot.
Well, folks, that will do it for today's episode of the Red Pride Thundercast. Remember to like, subscribe. Remember to like and subscribe. And if you want more of this, just hit the bell icon and turn your notifications on. Because next week, episode 4 should be coming out. Folks, that will do it. Thank you for listening to today's episode. My name is Nick Green. I will see you next time.